Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Boxing Day today, 2021. Wanted to do this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Wanting to bring to your awareness the awakening, the mass awakening, Truman's awakening, as we bring light and shed some light on information that can help you see things in perhaps a broader perspective. So, talking about LBC today, and on this particular video about the show, which was Andrew Pierce's show. You can see on the screenshot between 10 and 1 p.m. This was on the 24th of December 2021, so Christmas Eve. The catch-up is not available, hasn't been available all weekend. It looks like it's not going to be available. Why is that? Well, I can tell you that I was shocked listening in to the beginning of that program because the subject matter they were talking about, but then the phone-ins, the extremeness of the phone-ins that they had. They had Charlie Mullins phone in. Now, Charlie Mullins, who's the founder of Pimlico Plumbers, huge plumbing firm, right? Obviously somebody that is now carrying some sort of weight in terms of his point of view and opinion about certain things, especially as he's thinking about running for mayor of London, which I really hope, obviously, that just doesn't happen and nobody would ever consider him. He is a Nazi. He's an absolute Nazi, this guy. No way you want this guy back. Might have some quite good ideas on some fronts, but no, the way that he's expressing his opinions and his points of views about people who aren't vaccinated stinks. I'm sorry. It's just not right. And he actually basically expressed on the show that anybody that's not vaccinated, he was the one that basically was the first person to, as a big company, to say that they wouldn't employ people that weren't vaccinated, that didn't go ahead and get vaccinated, that they would literally sack people who didn't get the vaccine. Now, he said that he hasn't actually sacked anybody that didn't get the vaccine, but he has said that most of the people were up for getting vaccinated straight away. So, that's neither here nor there. What he's saying now publicly, and what I think has caused them to not actually publish the playback of this show, is he was saying that all unvaccinated people right now, they should basically be under house arrest, ultimately locked up in their homes, not allowed to go out for anything, for food or to exercise, nothing. They shouldn't be allowed to leave their homes. They should be under house arrest permanently, or actually be put on an island. Send them off to an island, like we're criminals. This is just so wrong, and it's wrong for any member of public to take this point of view, however extreme you might think about people who aren't vaccinated. That could be, you think it's increasing your risk of catching COVID and dying from it because they're unvaccinated, which isn't even true based on the data. And to be honest, the testing, I could give you a video all about the testing being absolutely rubbish and not proving anything, like you've got actually an infection, which is COVID. When you understand that SARS-CoV-2 is actually the viral infection, SARS-CoV-2 is a form of coronavirus. SARS-CoV-2 is different to SARS-CoV-1, but they're both coronaviruses. And COVID, which they keep on calling everybody that has a positive test as having COVID, COVID is actually supposed to be the serious illness that you have when your body starts to attack itself and you start to get severe illness from SARS-CoV-2. But they keep on changing the labeling of this stuff, this information, to deliberately confuse you. It's not by accident, it's deliberate to confuse you. So you can't understand really what's going on around you, and you're just in this state of fear and anxiety, and you'll just listen and just do whatever you're told by the government. Of course, there's a large growing number of people that are saying, hang on a minute, this doesn't make sense, this is illogic, you're giving us rubbish, you're telling us lies, you're changing what you're saying, you're not keeping up with the actual truth that you are saying and putting out there every now and then, like, for example, that the PCR testing isn't accurate, that the lateral flow testing isn't accurate, that lots of the positives and the negatives that come out from the tests are wrong, right? But actually, I found that I've collected my own data and proven those tests to be wrong, right? But they put the truth out there in some respects, and then they mask it up and they put so much other rubbish out there, and they stop telling you the relevant information that would actually make you understand that this isn't really something to be really in fear of, because they want to keep you in a state of fear, because they've got an agenda. But to have this Mullins guy, who obviously is carrying some weight and persuasion because he's made a lot of money, he's gained the respect of other, politicians and corporate people, because he's actually even been involved with, I think, raising funds for, or even being in politics himself. but it's dangerous. They're literally teaching people to have this mentality of Nazism. Probably haven't said that right, but you know what I'm saying. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to create a public perception, opinion of the people that are unvaccinated, that they're terrorists, that they're actually putting the health of the vaccinated at risk, and so therefore they should be deemed as terrorists. That's what they want to do. That's what they're shaping the opinion. They're going to create civil unrest. They want to create a civil war, a division between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, to the point where there's going to be pushback, and people obviously are going to revolt. And it's all being spurred on by, getting the police to obviously act in a way that is not really in the favour of the people generally, but it's in the favour for one section of society, which is the vaccinated. And of course, they are all largely vaccinated, these police. So of course, they're kind of already in that allegiance with those groups of people, but not this group of people. I mean, you just need to think about what's going on right now and understand that the mechanisms that are going on here and what they're trying to do to manipulate the outcome of our civilization, our society here, which actually is creating so much problems. The crime rates are going to go up, the mental health is going up because of what they're doing. You need to wake up and realize that this is due to the strategies that they're deploying to make that happen. It's not by accident. They want that to happen because they're pushing an agenda to roll out a vaccine when there's lots of other ways you can help people protect their health, not just against, coronaviruses and what have you, but against diseases generally. And they're not actually encouraging people to really understand the importance of taking charge of their health their own way to actually help improve their overall health. They're not doing enough of it. So if they really cared about public health, they would, but they don't. They've got an agenda. A lot of people who are acting in different departments of the government, and they're not necessarily thinking they're doing anything wrong, but they've been caught up in this mass formation in terms of this belief of it's all about the vaccine and the health and the safety of everybody's about the vaccine, and we've got to do this, and we've just got to but we're not getting anywhere with it. The vaccine's been rolled out, lots of people had it, and they're still locking everybody down. So you need to get it really into your heads that just following what they're telling you to do and not actually doing your own research and actually thinking for yourself is extremely dangerous, because you're getting led down all of these different garden paths with what the government are telling you. You're not getting anywhere with it, and at the same time, you're being told to blame everything on these other people that are doing the thinking, that are trying to highlight the deception and try and bring to light the truth. You have to obviously open your heart and understand why close people that you know are actually trying to bring you this information, even if they're not close to you. Why people who are at arm's reach or for a video like this one are reaching out to you with an open heart to say, please, for your sake, for your children's sake, for the sake of humanity, mankind, please start to open your eyes, your mind, your heart, and join us. We can all make the stop in a second. It's just about recognizing what's going on and saying no. So anyway, hopefully some of that's resonated with you. I've gone off at a bit of a tangent. I'm feeling very passionate about this after seeing this clip. Of course, you can't listen to the clip yourself, unfortunately, because they've not uploaded it. You can't find any record of it online. I've looked. So very interesting that no media apparently picked up on that conversation quickly and then published it. It's obviously been told, they've made it wiped off the planet so that people can't see the evidence. But this has been heard by a number of people. A number of unvaccinated people like myself, also a number of vaccinated people that wouldn't have been in agreement with it would have heard it as well. So if you can like this video, share it, comment on it, please. I want this to go far and wide, and I want to hear from people who may have actually heard from that can endorse what I'm saying and say that I'm not making this up, because I promise you I'm not. And obviously the other information that you'll find on the channel, hopefully you'll resonate with and will help you have a broader view of what's going on. And some of it's kind of very literal information that you can easily draw upon what the meaning is behind it, because it's literal and it's self-explanatory. Some of it's a bit more metaphorical, a bit deeper. You kind of think about the context of how it relates to our current paradigm. So thanks again. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and comment on this channel, and I'll hopefully see you again.